Okay, in this video I'm going to be demonstrating the installation of Ricochet floorboard skids on the Polaris General 1000. The first thing that you need to do for the floorboard skids is pull these 3 bolts off the side that are holding the factory plastic on. The plastic's going to stay, the bolts are going to go. We're picking up the same mounting points that Polaris is using on those. Okay, now with those 3 bolts out, I highly suggest chasing those threads. Polaris uses a semi-self-tapping bolt. You can see the little notch that's taken out of it. That's fine, except for these threads might not be the best thread in the world, and when you go to put a regular bolt in there, it's just going to strip the threads right off of it. So we highly suggest you chase these out. In fact, even now I can feel the resistance, so just a regular bolt, you just end up stripping it. So you're not cutting a new thread or anything else, you're just chasing it. And that's what I'm doing right now, is just chasing it. And the thread pitch, it's a 6 by 1. 6 millimeter diameter, 1 millimeter thread pitch. So, like I say, highly recommend chasing out these three holes. Okay, now with those 3 holes chased out, next thing you need to do is to put in the U-nuts. And they're going to go underneath, and you're going to see 4 holes already there. You're just going to take the U-nut. You might need to take a screwdriver or something and kind of pry the plastic down in a way, just to give yourself some clearance to get it in there. And once you get it in, make sure it's lined up with the hole. That's pretty good. Okay, once you have all those in, okay, after you have all your nut inserts in there, you can take your cup washers and your 8 millimeter bolts. And go ahead and put the skid up into position, the floorboard skid. To get these started, you might have to push up a little bit, kind of get the bolt to run through the plastic. There we go. And we're just going to leave these super loose for now. There's some spacers that we need to put in there, and we're just going to need the clearance to get the spacer in where it needs to go. So like I say, we're just leaving these super loose for now. Okay, I got one more. We'll get them all going. Okay, now that we have our bolts on the bottom, we can put our bolts in the side. So you're going to have 3 different lengths of spacers. The shortest one is going to go up front. You can just reach your fingers inside the large hole, followed by running your bolt through, catch that spacer, line it up, and just get it started with those threads. And again, we're going to leave this loose just to make sure we have plenty of play to get everything started. Your second spacer, the longest space, is going to be the longest spacer. And that's going to go in the middle here. Okay, and that leaves us one more, the one in the back. Okay, so at this point, you want to make sure that your front of your floorboard skid is up against the plastic there. We can go ahead and tighten these bolts down. Okay, now that we have all three of those bolts in, we can go ahead and tighten the ones on the bottom. And now we can come in and tighten the ones on the side. Okay, those are tight. Now that gives us two more mounting points that we need to take care of. There is one on the front right here and one on the back. And all we're going to be doing for that is just match drilling and then running a nut and bolt through it. And the hole size you're going to want to drill for that is going to be anywhere between 5/16 and 11/32. There's the first one. And there's the second one. And that is just going to be a bolt, two washers, and a nut. So you want the bolt and washer, followed by a washer, and then finished up with a nut. And then it's going to be the exact same thing for the back side. Bolt and washer, another washer, and then a nut. Okay, so that takes care of the floorboards. It's the exact same thing for the other side, so I'm just going to do the video once.